Good morning. So, how do you pivot at 40, right? Or at any age, but mainly because of 40. Because, like I said, when you turn 40, you start to realize certain things, what's really important to you. So hopefully, this message finds you well. When you're going to pivot, you need a plan. Okay? I ain't gonna lie to you. It's damn clear. You need a plan. You do. You just can't just go off emotions. I have like around 6 to 8 months emergency fund saved up, which is allowing me this grace to kind of pivot, study something new, try to get into something, because I just mentally I had enough of corporate America. Literally, I just had enough. Um, so you first you need a plan. Let's start there. You need a plan. Then you need to humble yourself and realize what's important. What things you're paying for, what can you cut down, what can you do without. I wouldn't recommend no one to pivot in their 40s if they have massive debt. You gotta get out of debt. I'm out of debt. This is not something I would do if I was still in debt. I'm completely out of debt, so it's a bit easier in that sense. But and mind you, all in my 30s, I was making a high income and paying down my debts. So I was living check to check, literally, because every money I made, I just threw it towards my debts. I didn't enjoy my money. I didn't travel with my money. I didn't go, bar hopping, meeting different people, buying drinks, none of that stuff, man. So now I'm able to just pivot. So yeah, I would say that as you're leading up to your 40s, try to get out of debt, because I'm telling you, once you turn 40 or you're in your 40s, you're going to start thinking different. You're going to start as a man. I'm not sure what women go through or nothing like that, but yeah, you're going to start making some hard decisions. You're going to start pivoting. That's just what it is. Whether you stay at your current spot, whether you make do, you just be a different person. You're gonna be a different person. Like nothing they say will even get at you, depending on what you got your eyes on. So I would say, as you continue to pivot, plan for it. Use your 30s to try to get out of debt, and use your 40s to awaken yourself and build and plan for your new life, man. I know that working in an office, being sedentary, sitting down all freaking day, it's just not cutting it for me, man. And being remote, being isolated. I know some people love being remote. Okay, I get that. I've done it for 10 years. I'm kind of over that portion of it all. I need to be around people, right? It is, and that's in the scripture. Man needs man. We need to be around people. We just can't be isolated like that. We just can't be in his own little introvert section. Um, Now, if you're young, you're single, you work remote. Right after work, you hit the clubs, you hit the streets, you get out there, you socialize. Is a different story. I used to do that. When I got my kids, when I got married, is after work, I go pick them up from daycare and I'm with them. You know what I'm saying? Like no real adult interactions or anything like that. Dealing with pressure at work and then dealing with pressure at the house, screaming kids and the whole nine. And everything is a season, so I'm not complaining for this particular season. I asked for it. I want a family. So let's get that straight. Um, the point is, there's just something in me that I just can't let go. I can't let it go. And I'm honest with myself. I am honest with myself that I'm going through something. Hey, I've started therapy. I've been to the doctors. I got the whole thing rolling. So I know I'm going through something, and I'm not alone. I know I'm going through something. I'm keenly aware of my emotions and my feelings as I move through this season in my life. But what I do know is that I'm changing my life. That's what I do know. 40 years old, I decided to take control and change my life. Before, it was kind of like this to and fro, go to college, get debt, I gotta get out of debt, I gotta work here, hustle here, do this, do that, you know, chase women, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Now, married with a family and just a different outlook, man. My family is first. That's number one. Um, so I'm doing this really. I'm pivoting. I'm trying to get into medical health records. I'm studying for that on the side. I'm trying to see how best to kind of segue in there. I mean, it's not impossible. Might have to start again, right? Little entry level spot and work myself up. I mean, I have credentials, so it's not a big thing. Be at one spot for 6 months, 8 months, another opening in a company, apply for that, maybe leverage that, stay there for 1 year, 1.5 year, and bounce to another type of hospital setting or anything like that. So that's what's going through my mind. But what I wanted to say is, when you start to pivot, or how to pivot, you got to make sure you have your emergency fund. You got to make sure you're out of debt as much as you could be. Let's get that real. As much as you could be. Ideally, you would have spent your 30s just paying down your debts, but you got to figure out your own plan. And you got to have a plan. You got to have a pivot. You have to have a plan. I have a plan. I'm studying this. I'm taking a test on this day. I'm applying for entry-level jobs or trying to get in on this certain timeline. That's my plan. I'm not coming out here all trying to figure out day by day. I have a plan and I'm sticking to it. But the message is, to pivot, you need to be clear and have a strategic plan. All right.